Today, students, we are doing lesson 2.2 from English Bal Bharati textbook for Standard 6, The Worth of a Fabric. This video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Whenever you go to buy clothes, you find they are all priced differently. Some are more expensive than the others. Why is it so? Think about it. The title of today's lesson is The Worth of a Fabric. The word worth means value, that is the price of a fabric. Fabric means cloth. So, how do we decide what value to be paid for a particular cloth? This story is by Tiruvalluvar, a great Tamil saint poet. Through this story, he teaches us an important lesson. Let's know a little bit about this great saint and the message he wants to convey. The worth of a fabric. Now, India is blessed with so many saintly poets. We have Kabir, we have Sant Jnaneshwar, we have Sant Tukaram, and many others. Tiruvalluvar was one of them. Now, Tiruvalluvar was a great Tamil saint poet who lived more than 2000 years ago. Tirukural is the book of his teachings, and it is greatly loved and respected even today. So he lived more than 2000 years ago, so quite a long time, and his book of teachings, so he has given great messages, great moral values from his various stories and teachings, and the book is called Tirukural. So it is greatly loved and respected even today. People read and get great understanding, great knowledge from all these teachings from his book. Tiruvalluvar was a textile weaver. Textile is cloth and weaver means to weave cloth, to make cloth. So first we have cotton. Cotton is grown by farmers. Then this cotton is cleaned. Then it is made into threads. And from the threads it is made into cloth. And from the cloth we have our various clothes that is stitched by the tailors. So Tiruvalluvar was a textile weaver. He wove beautiful fabrics and saris and sold them in the market. So that was his job. That's how he would earn his money. Now, people said that he never got angry, never used bad words, never shouted at anyone. So, he was such a cool and calm person, isn't it? It's a very rare thing, isn't it? We get angry for so many things. Sometimes we get irritated. Whole day we have to do so much of work, and sometimes we do get angry. But Tiruvalluvar was never angry. He never get bad words, or he never shouted at anyone. In the same town, there lived a rich young man. He wasted most of his time roaming around with his friends, and they often made fun of other people. So, in the same town where Tiruvalluvar stayed or lived, there also lived a rich man who was young rich man, and he would waste his time. He would not do any work. Okay, and but to add to it, he would pass his time by roaming around with his friends, and they often made fun of other people. So they did not do any work, they would just roam around, but still they would make fun of other people. I don't believe what you say about this Valluvar, said the young man one day. So he says, I don't believe what you are saying. He can never, get angry, never give bad words. It can't be so. Okay, so he could not believe only this young rich man. He said, it can't be so. A man who cannot get angry. I'm sure I can make him angry. Come on, let's have some fun today. So he told his friends, I don't believe it. I'm going to surely make him angry. Just watch. Come, let's have some fun today. So, just to have some fun, they were going to create some trouble now. So, the arrogant young man approached Tiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. So, arrogant. Who is an arrogant? One who is proud, one who doesn't care about other people. Okay, he is only thinking about himself. So, that person is an arrogant person. So, he was very arrogant and he approached. Approached means he went to Tiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. Now we should remember that Tiruvalluvar was a weaver. He was a fabric weaver, and what he would do, he would make beautiful saris and cloth and all that, and he would sell it. So that was his job. So he may be having a small shop or something. So these people, okay, this young man along with his friends approached him, and then he said, "How much does this whole fabric cost?" he asked. 8 coins, the saint named the price. So the saint means Tiruvalluvar told him that 8 coins. So in those days, it was the currency was coins, okay, maybe gold or silver coins or maybe bronze coins. So we don't know for sure, but here he said 8 coins. Now the young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into two. Unfolded means he opened up the fabric. Okay, he opened it up. If you see, there are bundles of cloth kept over here. So these are the bundles. So first he asked what was the price of that cloth, and when Tiruvalluvar answered it, he said, he opened the fabric and tore it into two. Tore means to rip it. Okay, cut it off with his hands. So tore it, to cut it off with our hands into two. And then he asked, "What's the price of this piece now?" So what he did, he picked up one part of the piece. Okay, he had made it into two parts, isn't it? So now he picked up and then he asked, "What's the price of this piece now?" 4 coins, the saint answered politely. So even Tiruvalluvar reduced the price to half because he had torn the cloth and made it into two halves. So now he said first it was 8 coins. So now he said it is worth 4 coins. The youth was taken aback. Taken aback means he was surprised. He didn't know what to do. Okay, he thought that Tiruvalluvar would get angry with him. "Okay, why did you tear my cloth?" All this. But here, Tiruvalluvar, the saint, answered very politely, very calmly. Polite means in a very calm manner, not getting angry. So, by this, the youth was taken aback. He was surprised. "Why doesn't the man get angry?" he thought. And he then tore the half pieces into half again. So he was wondering, why is this man not getting angry? Let me make him angry somehow or the other. So now the half cloth that he had in his hand, he tore it into still more pieces, two pieces. So he made another half of it. And then he asked, "And now?" So that means, and now, what is the price of this piece of cloth? 2 coins was the answer. So again, Tiruvalluvar very calmly answered, "Now it is 2 coins, isn't it?" So as he was tearing and making it into halves and halves, Tiruvalluvar calmly even was reducing the price. Now it was the young man who became impatient and agitated. Impatient means restless, to lose one's patience. So he was getting restless and agitated. Agitated means he was getting irritated and little bit angry. He tore the pieces into half again and again, saying, "And now, what's the price now?" Okay, so he kept on tearing it. And he kept on asking, "What's the price? What's the price?" Okay. And he was getting irritated and angry. Tiruvalluvar calmly went on reducing the price to half every time. So every time that young man tore it into pieces and pieces and kept on asking him the price, the saint calmly, without getting angry, just went on reducing the price slowly and slowly. You remember he had said 8, then he said 4, then he said 2, then he said 1. This is how he went on reducing the price. At last, the fabric was reduced to rags. So, what is rags? Rags means pieces of cloth which are of no use. Okay, we don't make use of it. We can't make anything out of it. So, those are called rags. So, at last, the fabric, so it was a big piece of fabric. He went on tearing it, and now it was reduced to. Reduced to means it came down to rags. So, Tiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, now this fabric has become worthless. So he quietly said, he did not get angry at all. And now when a man asked the price, at last, when it was turned to rags, he said, now this cloth, this fabric has no price at all. It is of no use, worthless. Worthless means of no worth, no value, nothing, no, nobody can give this price. I will not name any price for these rags. So he said, these rags, these pieces of cloth of are no use. I'm not going to name any price. The young man did not know what to say. Okay, so here he was trying to make the saint angry, but now he did not know what to say. Okay, he became quiet. What to do now, isn't it? Now, now also, Tiruvalluvar was not getting angry, but he calmly said, it is of no use. But he was proud of his riches. The young man was very proud of his riches. He said, what is there? I'll pay it. So he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint. Okay, that was the price of the cloth, remember, at the start. So he didn't want it to go, free of cost. So he said, okay, okay, I have torn these pieces of cloth, I will pay you. So he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint. For the first time, Tiruvalluvar smiled, but he refused to take the money. Refused means to say no. Okay, so he said he smiled. Tiruvalluvar smiled at him and calmly said, no, I don't want any money. Now, why did he say that? Let's listen. Young man, now this fabric is of no use, isn't it? Now there were pieces of cloth. Who is going to use it? Nobody can use it. So he said, it is of no use. It has become worthless. It has become worthless, no value to it. Okay, useless. Why? Because no one will be able to wear it now. So with this pieces of cloth, who can make anything? No, you can't make stitch anything out of it. So he's saying nobody will be able to use it now. Do you know the fabric was not made in a day? So now Tiruvalluvar went on to explain to the young man, and he said, this fabric that you just tore was not made in one day. Many people have toiled to make it. So, toiled means have worked so very hard. So many people. Okay, so let's see now how this cloth was made. The farmer who grew cotton in his field worked hard for months through sun and rain. Isn't it? Farmers have to work hard for so many months to grow crops. So, even cotton is grown in the form of crops. There are fields of cotton. Okay, so cotton is a cotton plant, it grows, and there are buds formed. Buds of the cotton flower are formed, and the buds burst open, and then the cotton ball is, it bursts out of that pods. Okay, so that is how cotton is grown. So the farmer who grew cotton in his field worked hard for months through sun and rain, isn't it? They have to work out in the open, sun and rain. Then the farmer, he picked cotton from each ball and gave it for spinning. Okay, so picked means we have to, remove it from this pod. Okay, when the cotton burst, if you can look at the picture at the alongside, here they have given. So each looks like a flower, but they are balls of cotton. So these have to be picked means you have to remove it, okay, and collect it. So that is what the farmer has to do laboriously means work hard. He has to pick each one and collect it. So he picked cotton from each ball and gave it for spinning. Okay, so you have to spin it into thread. I told you all, no? So cotton has to be spun into thread. Then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. Okay, so carded means they have to be clean. So this cotton ball also has many seeds and other dust particles or maybe shafts of something, small twigs or attached to it. So it has to be cleaned. Okay, so someone has sat down and cleaned each and every ball of cotton. So you can imagine so much of effort that goes on into growing crops and cleaning and then harvesting and all that. So this cotton ball was carded by someone and then spun into long uniform threads. So then you have to make it into thread. Have you seen Gandhiji's charkha? Yes, so that charkha like thing makes the thread out of it. So you have to spin the thread, okay, and it has to be long and it has to be uniform. Or now, what do you mean by uniform? It has to be of equal thickness. So if you see the thread that you get, isn't it stitching thread? It is not fat or thin or uneven. It is long and the threads are all uniform, that is of equal thickness, isn't it? So someone has put all this effort in spinning the thread from the cotton. Now the work is not over. The threads were dyed carefully so that they took on these lovely colors. So, what is dyed? Look at the spelling of dyed. Okay, D-Y-E-D. Dyed means to put color to this thread. Now, cotton balls are always white. Okay, and then when the threads are made, they are also white first at first, and then they are dipped in color. Okay, so various colors are added to it. So this they have to be doing it carefully so that they took all these lovely colors. So he pointed out he had many different pieces of cloth, isn't it? Bundles of cloth at his shop. So he said, after that only we get such lovely colors because of the effort of the person who dyed it. My wife and I wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs. So he says that after the threads were dyed, we have sat, my wife and I. So it is the two persons' effort. They make these threads into beautiful designs and beautiful cloth. Okay, so they have to add designs. You have to think and you have to work hard, laboriously to make all these things. And we thought someday someone will like the fabric and will be happy to wear it. So they had thought that while making it, isn't it? When you make something beautiful, when you create something beautiful, you always wish that somebody who will like it, isn't it? When you make your projects, when you make your artwork, your drawings, your craft work. Okay, so even in the same way, Tiruvalluvar and his wife had made this with so much of love, thinking that someday someone will like this fabric, will be happy to wear it. Okay, so all this efforts had gone into it. Then all our work would have been rewarded. So only then all this work that we have put, the farmer, the person who has carded it, cleaned it, the person who has made it into thread, dyed it, spun, okay, spinning the thread into cloth. So all this would have been rewarded if somebody had worn that cloth. Okay, so that is what Tiruvalluvar told him, that in case this fabric was there and somebody had made it into beautiful clothes and worn it, then we would have got our rightful price, then it would be worth it. When you destroyed the fabric, you destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. So here he said, that he told the young man that you destroyed it. Destroyed means you made it useless. Okay, damaged it forever. Isn't it? He went on tearing it into pieces and pieces. So he said, you have destroyed the fabric. And when you damaged all the fabric, You destroyed all the love and labor. Labor means all the work, all the effort that was put into it by various people that went into its making. Money cannot bring it back. So, say no amount of money can bring this piece of cloth and the labor and the love that went into it back, isn't it? It has been destroyed forever. Even if you stitch it, it will not be the same again, isn't it? So, it is not going to be the same again. The soft spoken words touched the young man's heart. Okay, so Tiruvalluvar did not get angry at all, but explained everything in a very calm manner. So, soft spoken words. Soft spoken means softly. You have to speak it in a very polite tone. So, that is called softly spoken. So, the softly spoken words touched the young man's heart. Now he was really ashamed of himself. Okay, so touched the young man's heart means he felt, in his heart that yes, whatever the saintly person is saying is true. Okay, so the first time he felt something and he felt really ashamed of himself. To be ashamed means to feel sorry about your own actions. Okay, so he felt very ashamed about himself. And do you know, Tiruvalluvar went on to say. So, Tiruvalluvar even further told him and gave him this beautiful message. He said, I can weave another fabric like this. But our life is also like this fabric. Okay, so the saint said that I can make like this so many cloths, nothing great about it. Okay, but remember, our life is also like this fabric. Okay, so now let's listen to what this saintly person has to say. So he said that if you tear it apart, okay, what it means, if you tear your life also apart, if you don't take care of your life, okay, if you tear it apart with hasty, thoughtless actions. Hasty, what are hasty? Done very quickly, okay, without thinking, at the spur of react at the spur of the moment. Okay, somebody said something, you react without being calm, cool, thinking about it. Thoughtless is again without thinking about it. Actions, so your actions, if you do hasty and thoughtless actions, it will be destroyed. Now, what is Tiruvalluvar talking about? He's talking about the life. Okay, your life also will get destroyed, just like the fabric that was destroyed just now, and you will not get it back again. You see, you can't get your life back again, isn't it? If you speak some harsh words, bad actions, you can't take it back. You can't say, no amount of sorry can ever mend it back, isn't it? Once destroyed, is destroyed forever. So, Tiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. Opened the young man's eyes it is a it is a phrase that means he really started thinking about it. Okay, so at first he was very arrogant, he was very proud of himself, he would never take care of anybody, he would just make fun of others. Now he started thinking. So this made him realize. Okay, opened the young man's eyes means to realize about his one's mistake. And there and then, okay, so at that very moment, there and then, he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. What is give up? Give up means to discard it, never to do that again. So give up his idleness. What is idleness? Laziness. Okay, so he was lazy, isn't it? So he would not do any work. And bad habits, so he had this bad habits with always roaming around with his friends, wasting time and making fun of others. So now, not only he gave up his idleness, that is, he started working very hard, and he started working, and he gave up his bad habits also. So now he would never do any harm to anyone else. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson, children. Wasn't it a great message that Tiruvalluvar, this Tamil saint poet, gave us? To check your answers to all the textual questions and for the summary, meanings, other question answers, and for free worksheets, Visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll get the link in the description box below. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe.